welcome to PHKT Facts, where we only give you the facts. I'm Harika Nandakanti, giving you the facts. We're here today in the United States on October 7th, 1950, with a special breaking news report about the communist seizure of East Germany. Exactly 1 year after the day Germany was divided between the Allies, the Soviets still have full influence over East Germany. Before we speak to our guests, I'd like to give you a brief interview about the formation of East Germany. After World War II at the Yalta Conference in February 1945, the US, UK, and USSR agreed on the division of Germany into occupied zones. The summer of that year, the USSR got control over the German regions that would form East Germany. The USSR under Stalin got economic and political control and dominated the zone, which led to the formation of the Communist Party of Germany and the Socialist Democratic Party, which merged in 1946 to form the Socialist Unity Party of Germany. And they happened to win the October 1946 elections, taking control of Germany. With the onset of the Cold War in late 1947, the Western powers created West Germany in March 1948, and in October 1945, the German Democratic Republic was created under Stalin's manipulation. This was also known as East Germany. Stalin wanted to increase USSR's sphere of influence into Eastern Europe, which included East Germany, and exploit their resources. He gave powers to leaders such as Wilhelm Pieck and Walter Ulbricht, who succeeded in forming the provisional government and organizing the government and the economy in the same form as the Soviet Unions. Stalin also encouraged purging the area of non-communists and non-socialists. Now let's hear from economist Prabhat Singh, who will tell us about the economic conditions in East Germany. Welcome, Prabhat.
Thanks, Harika. Prior to the separation, the economy was just starting to recover from the Great Depression, and with the help of the Nazi Party, was being set up for war. The economy was meant to improve the quality of the citizens' lives. The economy was centrally planned, so bear in mind that the state bore 80% of the costs of basic supplies, from bread to housing. The Council of Ministers, which was made up of 40 people, was responsible for formally adopting and carrying out policies elaborated by the Party Congress. They supervised and coordinated all activities of all of their central bodies responsible for the economy. Back to you, Harika.
Thank you, Prabhat. Now let's hear from our correspondent in East Germany, Heidi Plume.
As you already mentioned, the Yalta Conference marked the birth of East Germany. As the Soviet troops were being sent to East Germany, the former Germany experienced mass immigration from east to the west. During the last 2 years, the East German population has been greatly affected by the presence of the Red Army. Immediately upon their arrival, the Soviets pursued a radical transformation. Stalin decided to mimic the measures he took in Russia and to apply them in East Germany. He decided to tightly control its citizenry. After nationalizing and taking control of the industries, its representative quickly took control of the agricultural regions. His goal was to eliminate the powers of the entrepreneurial and managerial classes, as well as the social basis for noble power. As you probably already picked up on, one of the main purposes of the Soviet government was to even out the social classes.
And one of our insiders affirms that the next step will consist in the collectivization of land.
Precisely. By doing so, the Soviet Union hopes to remove the Nazi influence over the zone. As a matter of fact, let us reminisce about the social conditions during the Second World War. The Nazis, who promoted war-related industries, revived the German economy after it had been knocked down by the war reparation payments. By 1936, and at the expense of some of the citizens' well-being, full employment had returned, and it subsided throughout most of the war. However, in the late 1930s, workers started complaining about low wages. The Soviet Union also wishes to achieve full employment, but better and faster than the Nazis. However, the work conditions are only going from bad to worse. First of all, because the national standard of living is decreasing. And also because the Ministry of State Security started to spy on the population. A woman who I interviewed insisted upon the fact that she only feels safe in the privacy of her own house, which has become a refuge from the state.
Talking about women, can you tell us a little bit more on their difficult situation?
Well, I think some of us will be pleased to know that the German Democratic Republic has the highest labor force participation of women in the world at this time.
That's great!
Yes, it is. And from these statistics, it seems like women have it easy here. Unfortunately, that is only what they want us to think.
What do you mean?
Well, it does seem like women have equal opportunities with men. But if we look more closely at the numbers, we will realize that the labor market it remains segmented and that women are largely confined to lowest paying.
And what about their educational opportunities?
On the other hand, the Soviet Union has broadened women's educational opportunities. Furthermore, women are letting loose, and they feel that if they can be economically independent, they also can be sexually independent. It is clear that communism's aversion to religion and to religious influence has a lot to do with it. The social mores have shifted from a repressive, old-fashioned perspective to a newer, fresher approach.
Thank you, Heidi. Now let's hear. Breaking news! We have just intercepted some footage of a Russian secret agent.
This is Agent 462810. I am in East Berlin, the capital of East Germany, reporting back to Stalin and motherland Russia. Your plan for a buffer state run by the Socialist Uniparty. This is Agent 462810. I am in East Berlin, the capital of East Germany, reporting back to Stalin and motherland Russia. Your plan for a buffer state run by the Socialist Uniparty of Germany are beginning to pay off, and it is all thanks to the Yalta Conference and the Big Three. Although we had hoped that America would be so tired of war at the end of World War II that they would just go home and leave us alone, it is obvious that this is not happening. The information that I have gathered about the opinion of Americans regarding our beautiful country support your idea for putting distance between the capitalists and us and the West is completely justified. I recommend the continuation of your plan. It has been 4 years since the Social Democratic Party and the Communist Party merged, and the People's Chamber was created. Although, in my opinion, that was just a formality. The Socialist Party was creeping into power long before that. Oh, and Walter Ulbricht is still very sympathetic to our cause and communism. He may be only the chairman of East Germany, but he has almost dictatorial powers. I have not seen how the people are taking the new party, but ideologically speaking, it is a big change. Marxism and Lenin and the class struggle are all completely different than anything East Germany has seen before, especially since both the Communist Party and the Social Democratic Party ran under the claim of wanting to oppose fascism only, with no mention of our Russian ideas. But I think our mindset will triumph, and it is only a matter of time before Germany will be reunified. The only thing we have to worry about is the Americans. The tension between capitalism and communism is growing. Wait. I think somebody is coming. I have to go.